Welcome back to Locally Hosted.
I'm Alex.
And I'm Sam. For anyone new, this show runs entirely on local hardware.
Right. No cloud APIs.
Just a DGX Spark in Ryan Storan's office.
Exactly. Ryan handpicks every article, reviews every episode.
Scripts from Quen, visuals from CogVideoX, all orchestrated by his custom pipeline.
And if we hit enough subscribers, we're open sourcing the whole thing.
Okay, today's topic is wild. It's about how coding is disappearing.
Wait, disappearing? You mean like robots taking over?
No, I mean the actual act of typing code is becoming obsolete.
Okay, so we're looking at a repo called Awesome Architecture.
Yeah, 543 stars. It claims architecture is the new scarce skill.
Because in labs like OpenAI, AI writes the code. Humans just guide it.
So your value isn't knowing for loops, but knowing what to build.
Exactly. It's the shift from how to write to what to build.
But how do you even start designing a system from scratch?
The repo has a tutorial section. It teaches a universal thinking framework.
Is it just theory, or are there real-world examples?
Both. It uses the C4 model to draw systems, then maps patterns.
Like microservices or event-driven architectures?
Yes, but it focuses on the why. Why choose consistency over speed?
That's the hard part. The trade-offs are always painful.
Right? You have to decide what you're willing to sacrifice.
Does the repo cover distributed systems? That's where things break.
Yes, chapters 10 to 17 dive deep into the hard truths of distribution.
Like partial failures? Or the lack of a global clock?
Exactly. It explains why exactly one's delivery is often a hallucination.
Wow.
So it's not just pretty diagrams. It's gritty engineering reality.
It covers resilience too. Circuit breakers, bulkheads, chaos engineering.
So you design for failure, not just for success?
Always. Because systems will fail. The question is how gracefully.
What about scaling? How do you handle 10 million users?
Chapters 13 to 14 talk about consistency hashing and hotspots.
And splitting monoliths? That's a nightmare for most teams.
It uses the Strangler fig pattern. Migrate piece by piece.
Zero downtime migrations. Okay, now that sounds useful.
And it links to real open-source prototypes for every template.
So it's not just a list. It's a practical toolkit.
Plus an AI copilot skill to guide you through the design process.
So you use AI to help you design, then AI to build it?
Precisely. The human defines constraints. The AI fills in the code.
That changes everything. The bottleneck moves upstream.
It moves to the specification. Writing clear constraints is key.
So if you can't specify it, you can't automate it?
Correct. Ambiguity is the enemy of automation.
Does it cover multi-tenancy and security too?
Yes, Chapter 16 covers threat modeling and zero-trust architectures.
Explosive radius and tenant isolation.
Got it.
And Chapter 17 is specific to the LLM era. Vibe coding constraints.
Non-deterministic outputs.
That's a whole new design challenge.
Right? You can't just assume the output will be static.
So the architecture must handle uncertainty.
Exactly. Idempotency becomes even more critical here.
This repo feels like a survival guide for the next decade.
It's not just survival. It's about becoming a better architect.
Less typing, more thinking. I can get behind that.
The code is just the implementation. The design is the product.
So the takeaway is, master the map before you walk the path.
Exactly. Architecture is the skill that won't devalue.
And Ryan's promising to open source the pipeline soon?
Yes. Subscribe so you don't miss the open source release.
Original source is linked in the description.
This was locally hosted. Until next time, stay curious.